Hey crafty friends, welcome. Thank you for joining us as we strive to hit personal goals. Check out everyone on the hop and our amazing sponsors. Today I am creating this beautiful shaker card using products by My Pretty Things. We're going to start off with the Snow Flurries Embellishment Mix, the Art Deco Christmas Trees Framed Background Die. This is a 2 size. Timeless Beauty Stamp. And we have a coordinating die that goes along with it. And the beautiful layered colored stencils. You get a total of 6 stencils. So amazing products to add to your creation stations. Now let's have some fun. We have amazing sponsors for this hop. Complete the form using the link in the description at each stop, and you want to answer the questions. The one craft tool I can't live without is my Misty. So let's go ahead and put it to good use. What is your favorite crafty tool in your creation stations? So I'm inking up the largest flower in a Timeless Beauty stamp set. To add pressure and ensure even ink application, I'm using my Soda Press by Ledoux Designs. Along with the flower, I'm using the Let's Celebrate sentiment that's also in that stamp set. I'm inking it up in coordinating colors that I'm going to end up making my rose as a part of using the coloring stencils. So always pretty fun when you can coordinate your colors. So I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. Now let's work on our shaker panel. I pre-cut the A2 sized Art Deco Christmas trees framed background die. We're going to turn this into our panel for our shaker. Before we add the acetate, I wanted to add some visual interest with blue splatters. So you can see here, I'm mixing up my blues and I'm using my Altenew ink cubes. I used a paint brush, which I slightly wet, added into the blue ink, and I used the first thing that was sitting beside me to splatter, which was my blending brush. I love how easy it is to clean up after myself using my glass board. And then I decided at the last minute I wanted to add some silver splatters. Just thinking about how I envision my blue flower, I thought adding a little bit silver to the mix would help break up some of the blues as we finished up creating this card. All right, let's put this to the side and start with our next steps. So I'm using the Timeless Beauty layering stencils. You want to look at directionally how you're going to place it over the flowers, and we're going to get started with blending. I like to blend using my light ink first, and then once I've done that, I go back in with the darker ink. If you have smaller blending brushes, you can be a lot more precise, but I use the same blending brush, and I was just mindful of where the bristles touch the paper to add in some, darker elements. Really to bring your flowers and your greenery to life so it's not flat with just one color. So one of the things that's important to know about this stencil, it does have a numbering system. So at the bottom of the stencil, there is a number. So that tells you which one to use first. So from there, something else that's important for me to mention is masking. So you see as I'm going through and I'm working with the stencil, I have some sticky notes that I'm using to mask certain areas around the image. So some of what I've already stamped is exposed that I don't want to get the blue ink on, as well as I have that sentiment up top there, and I don't want to accidentally go over that. So masking is pretty important depending on what you stamped around the image and how big the image is and the way the stencils are cut, because there could be some exposed areas. So I'm just working through each stage of the stencil to finish up this beautiful flower. So next up, there were some pretty little, I guess you call them holly berries, but I also did those blue. At first I thought about making them like a tint of pink, but I decided to go with a light blue. And that worked out really well. So next up, we're going to go ahead and cut out the sentiment in the flower and put them to the side. We're going to begin building the shaker. So I'm using barely arched glue around the edges of the frame. And what we're going to end up doing here is adhering a piece of A2 size acetate. I apply some pressure just to ensure the acetate is secured to the cardstock. When you take a look at this background dye, it's versatile, so you can use it all year round. So now I'm using some of the leftover blue ink on my blending brush on the card base. That just added a soft hint of color that shows through the opening of the shaker. And then we're going to add some 3D foam tape around all 4 edges of the shaker panel to create a raised border that will hold all of our shaker elements in place. This will give the sequence some space to move around. So I'm add the Snow Flurries embellishment mix to the card base, carefully align and attach the shaker panel to finish building this shaker card. So lastly, I added 3D foam tape to the back of the flower and positioned it where I wanted it. I splattered a touch of silver over the flowers for some extra shine. And then you're going to see me add my sentiment. And there you have it, a beautiful shaker card featuring My Pretty Things products. You can find these products using my affiliate link in the description. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to push that like button, share, subscribe, and comment. Fill out the form to be entered into the giveaway on each stop along this hop. Thank you for your continued support of my YouTube page and all of our amazing sponsors. And thank you, My Pretty Things, for allowing me to show off your beautiful products. See you guys soon.